tune in, sit down, it's time for the Broham's Brews to shine. Sip it slow and take a seat, join the chat, life's bittersweet.
This is Broham's Chugging Brews. My name's Fidel, I'm your host, and today my special guest is Angel Lem.
Yeah.
Host of LeMeknow podcast, co-host of the Feelings podcast, and co-owner of LemeEat Catering, serving delicious vegan treats.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. I was gonna pretend like I was the one singing. I was actually gonna tell you, what you guys think of me, my singing, but I don't wanna lie to you.
Nah, that'd been good. I'm like, I hired him, guys, so that's his new adventure.
Yeah, man. That's why I've been out for 2 years, perfecting my voice, you know.
So today we are covering Arizona premium spiked beverage hard lemonade. So the first one will be lemonade. Ready? Chug this one, or what do you want to do?
Let's chug it.
Do a little taste and then a chug.
Okay.
Like in the solo.
Cool. Okay. Dang, that sound. What is it? HDMI or HMR?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, ASMR.
There
ASMR,
you go. There.
Right. So yeah, give her a taste. Let me know what you think.
You could definitely taste the alcohol.
Right.
It is lemony. It's a little sweet. You mostly get the sweetness at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, but it does come through the alcohol. You could definitely taste it.
Gotcha. You wanna? Yeah. Let's do the chug, bro. Cheers.
Cheers. I like your setup, man.
Oh, you do? Thank you.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I kind of want to burp, but I don't want to burp.
Yeah. They're all good. On all my solo videos, if you notice, I burp. I kind of turn away.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what age did you start all of them? What age did you start LeMeknow podcast? What age did you start the Feeling podcast? And you guys just recently started LemeEat Catering?
So it all started with Dick in the Box. So my co-host Jose, he goes by Data Crux. He's a what is it, like, not techno, but what's the actual genre?
Something like EDM.
Yeah. He's the EDM DJ and he makes his own beats and stuff. So it started with that. Basically that one was called Dick in the Box because like the whole plan was I was supposed to be a dick to the guest, and he was supposed to be the straight man, and I couldn't go through it with it. I'm too much of a nice guy, you know. And I was like, so on the interviews it was just straight up asking questions. And at the time he had a lot of things going on in his life, so he's like, you know what, this is a new project, this seems like this is your baby, so he had to step away. So I didn't want to keep going with the podcast with the name without him. So my last name is Lem, and I've never really had any use for my last name. Right. So I was like, you know what, let me know. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking people to let me know about them, let me know how they started, let me know, you know, in general. So excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I think it's very clever, LeMeknow podcast and LemeEat.
Yeah,
I was like, because I kept reading it wrong. I kept reading LemeEats, and then I was like, oh no, it's LemeEat. I'm like, oh fuck, man.
I think if you notice on the logos, it's the little E. To like, so when I came up with that, I was like, hopefully that helps them differentiate, you know, between the two. And I say I say you know a lot, and I was like, well, it'll be perfect, you know, perfect for what I'm doing. So I started that back in, I believe it was 2016.
Okay.
I don't know how old I was.
Right.
I don't know, my
2016. Okay.
Yeah. And the LemeEat started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
That started because my wife is a great baker.
Nice.
She's always been a baker, and she's vegan. Vegetarian.
Okay.
So
it's hard to be on a diet, huh, with a baker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the thing is, she's not gonna consume her products, but
I know you will, right? I would too. Like, that's
So it started with her basically not being happy at the job that she was at.
Okay.
So she left that, and we were thinking like, what can we do in the meantime? You know, she was trying to think, what can I do with my time? You know, what's fulfilling for me? And I told her, you know what? Look, you're a great baker. See if you could do something with that.
Yeah.
And she's always had the desire to provide like good products for our community. You know,
that's
like
awesome.
So like I mostly live in Wilmington. She's from Torrance, and she's always noticed that there's really nothing healthy, you know, in the community, especially vegan. You don't really see much things that are vegan. So she's like, well, let me you know, sell these products. And right now, the people that have tried it, they like it. You know, we hope that more people try it, but if you tell somebody, for the most part, you know, Latinos, our goal is to reach like people of color. So if you tell them it's vegan, vegetarian, it kind of scares them, or
yeah,
like,
you're thinking of bad taste, and us Latinos, we're horrible diets.
Yeah,
tortillas. You know what I mean? It's so
yeah. So our goal is to like do those normal pastries that you consume every day. Like right now, my wife is working on a bagel, and our products are like, we try to go with organic products, not all the time because of the price point. If we go everything organic, then we got to raise our prices. But for the most part, our chocolate is imported from Italy. We use plant-based milk, like we use soy milk for the most part. We use plant-based butter, plant-based heavy cream. Our sugar, we use organic. Flour is organic. So we try to provide good, healthy stuff, you know, compared to if you go to the store, there's a lot of fillers.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we try to aim for something that we know people are gonna enjoy, and we try to aim for something that's that we know that people might be able to afford if they want it, you know, and they don't have to drive to LA, they don't gotta go to Long Beach. We're trying to bring it to them.
Yeah, because the vegan places are far, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you're on this side of the 710, you know.
Yeah. So right now that's our goal, to just bring our products to the community, and you know, hopefully, like, all we ask is for you to try it, and that's it. You know, that like with everything I've done with the podcast, that's all really I've asked for. You know, try what I'm putting out, and if you don't like it, I can respect it. You know, you can respect it, but you never know if you don't try. You know, and then people complain about like, oh, there's nothing good. You know, there's nothing healthy. Well, we're not saying it's healthy, but it's way better than what you're gonna buy in the stores that's mass produced. You know, and we actually care about what's going into them. You know, like we're consuming ourselves, and we actually think about like, oh, you know, like with this pair with this, and like what would, like, for example, like Mother's Day, like what would mothers like right now? Father's Day, we're thinking about what are we gonna bring out to them, you know, or during Father's Day, what we're gonna bring out to them. You know, our best sellers are tarts and beignets. People love beignets.
Well, I don't know if this is kind of like a challenge, but what about like chocolate pretzels?
Chocolate pretzels? I'll bring it up to my wife.
Because like, I mean, me as a guy, as a dad, I you know, I like to eat those. Sometimes I use those to combat me wanting to eat a lot. You know what I mean? I just like all the salt and the chocolate.
I'll let her know.
But it's very easy to just a whole scoop.
Yeah. Well, we do make chocolate like from scratch.
Right.
So I'll pass it along. Right now she's working with sourdough. She's experimenting, so maybe we could do a sourdough pretzel. I don't know if that's possible.
Actually, my wife, she loves like pretzels, you know, like ballpark pretzels, you know, the stuff you get at the theme parks and stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people do. You know, it's better than get them the microwave ones from the store, the freezer aisle, you know. So
the super pretzel.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, most of our products we try to aim for as healthy as possible, but we mean it's pastry, it's sugar. We know that it's not gonna be healthy, but the products that we aim for are, you know, better than what you're gonna get at anywhere else, in our opinion.
So next we have mango lemonade. I hope you like it.
Mango.
It's not the mucho mango that we're used to, but mango lemonade. At the very end, I'll have you rate them, which is your favorite to your least.
So let me ask you, like, what inspired this? like the whole like through hot ones. This is something like personally I would see like in hot ones. You know, instead of chicken, you're using alcohol.
Yeah. So, what inspired the podcast portion of the channel was not just hot ones, but the way I saw. What do you think?
This one's it takes the alcohol first, and then it kind of
mango soothes you down a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to drink it. Oh.
Right. Oh, cheers.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So, what started was I figured, you know what? You can grab another cup if you like. It doesn't matter. I figured
it's like rubbing alcohol.
Oh, this one? You don't like this one?
No, but I'm gonna drink it.
Oh, okay.
But at the end, it gave me like.
It gave you that bad taste. Okay.
It's not. I mean, if you like rubbing alcohol, it's not gonna be bad.
Well, that's kind of why I'm doing the final review, because like, what if my taste buds are bogus? I need someone else that hasn't tried the drink to say their final word.
Like, as you're drinking it, you don't taste it.
Right.
Not until you. I guess once you get air into your mouth, that's when you can taste the rubbing alcohol. Okay. But the more you drink it, the less it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm doing the reviews. That's what inspired the reviews. Like I said, what if someone's hating on me on those solo videos and they're like, "Oh, you're crazy," and it's like, well, I'll get someone else there just to verify I'm crazy. Yeah, the juices were a big hit on the previous podcast, but I take it you're not taking these too well.
No, I mean, I like them. It's just like I told you when we booked this. I'm not a big drinker. I mainly came just to chill with you. You know, I want to support what you're doing. I respect it. Like, from a podcaster standpoint, I know how big it is to get people to come on your podcast or whatever you consider this. You know.
Yeah.
So I understand, and if I could support you, I mean, I'll definitely recommend people. I'll send people your way, but I mean, I kind of want to set an example.
Right.
You know. I ran into Illy Smokes at my job, and I mentioned it to him. You know, like, hey, look, I saw that you were part of your channel, and I was like, you think he'll be willing to have me on? And he's like, yeah, like I don't see why not. And he's like, well, I told him, can you just put in a good word? Because I didn't know how to contact you. Yeah. Like, I clicked on your videos when you posted on Instagram, and it took me, I think it was your personal account.
Yeah, I didn't set up the Instagram quite yet because for me it's weird. It's not weird, but I wasn't understanding how do I promote this channel having its own Instagram, and I was just like, I knew how to do it, but I just didn't have a plan for it, I should say. So I wanted to have something, and then the podcast drops. I was like, all right, it's a little bit easier now. I can promote that. I can't just promote my solo videos because people are going to see them right there, and then they won't go on YouTube and watch them. So that's why I was like, well, the podcast, all right, cool, you know. And that was one of the big benefits of doing the podcast, because it does bring more attention to the YouTube channel, and I'm hoping it's informative. I'm trying to be. You know,
I saw what in preparation to this, I saw both of your videos, the one with Peru and Illy Smokes, and then I was checking out the ones you were doing, the Arizona, I think it was the green tea. And I was like, the whole time, hopefully he doesn't have this one for me, because I don't like green tea. But like these so far, should I tell you? No, let's wait till the end.
We got 2 more flavors. I would wait till the end, and yeah.
But I'm pleasantly surprised. I don't even know where you would get these.
I got these at Bevmo. You might find them at a Total Wine, but at a regular conventional liquor store, not so much.
See, I was gonna try to not surprise you, because I'm sure you've seen them, but the Sunny D ones.
I've seen them. I haven't got them yet.
I think they're vodka seltzers. I'm not a fan of seltzers. That's why I didn't get them.
Yeah. Some seltzers are tough.
I don't like seltzer at all.
There's one I just tried not too long ago. A couple weeks ago. It was a kind of like a seltzer, but it was delicious. I forgot what brand. I have to. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
But so as of right now, when it comes to your catering business, I know it's been 2 years, but what's been the best part about it?
I think the best part is like when kids come to the tables, because we mostly do pop-ups, and you could order from us, we cater and stuff, but for the most part we do pop-ups. But when kids come and they try our Scotch mellows or Scotch kisses, which is a marshmallow dipped in caramel, but the marshmallow is vegan. So it doesn't have gelatin, so it doesn't have cow, I think it's cow hooves or cow fat, something like that.
Right.
So when they try it and then they want more, so it was like, man, like, I mean, you gotta get them young, just like the regular companies. But the fact that, you know, kids, they want sugar, they want like things that aren't good for you. But the fact that they're like willing to try our stuff and enjoy it, like, hey man, you know what? Hopefully you could inspire your parents to, you know, buy you better things that like aren't, you know, as that they're a little bit expensive, but at least it's gonna be worth it, you know.
Yeah, where around are your pop-ups commonly at?
We mostly do Wilmington and San Pedro.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often are they in Wilmington?
There's this, I think it's by the city.
Okay.
They throw this little event here in Wilmington. It's on Avalon. I'm not sure the cross street. There's I know there's a fire station. There's like a little park that they remodeled. Usually it's there, but on our end, when we do sell, we do like, we post it on our Instagram. LemeEat. LemeEat on IG.
I'll post it up right here.
Yeah. And we put out a flyer, and basically not every week, but for the most part, we don't sell the same things every week or every time. We try to mix it up to give you guys different things to try, you know.
Is there any fan favorites?
Like that's hard because our best seller is a coffee cake. Is inspired.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's inspired by like cafeteria, like school coffee cake. It kind of brings you back to your childhood. Our tarts are like, those are my personal favorite. We make fruit tarts and a banana cream tarts. I love marshmallows, so the Scotch kisses are good.
Wow.
But I guess that our two best sellers, I would have to say, are the coffee cakes and the tarts. Okay. Although those are perfect for the summer, perfect for parties. And you know, because you could get a big amount and people could eat, like a lot of people could eat out. Yeah. And I mean, it's healthy. Like when we pick our produce, the like either if it's a strawberry, blueberry, or a blackberry, they're organic. So it's not like, you know, it's good for you basically, and it's clean. You know, it's not like full of pesticides and stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
So going back to the podcast, so I'm hoping you come back, and I know you know it's gonna take a little bit of work.
Yeah.
But I also read that I saw in another podcast that you were a comedian.
Yeah.
You know, is there any wants to go back to that, or is that just kind of when you feel like it, or is that gone?
So the last show I did was right when the pandemic ended. I was supposed to do a show in May, this past May, but I don't know, they didn't book it. It was supposed to be in Spanish. I'm not the best Spanish speaker, but the booker, I went to high school with them, and he's like, well, you know, I'm thinking of promoting this event in Spanish. Like, I know you do comedy, would you be willing to come? And I don't have any Spanish material, but I said yes. Because just like this show, we don't know each other, but I'm willing to. Something told me to come here for some reason. For reals, like
that's happening to a lot of people, and I don't know.
Yeah, like I
appreciate it.
Yeah, something told me to come and, like, you know, at least try to come on, and you know, I'm here, so obviously it worked. But when that show came, when that was offered to me, like, I knew I didn't have any Spanish like material, but something told me to go ahead and try it. So like, try it, step out of your comfort zone. Like I said, the last time I performed was back in 2020. And I haven't done it since. I've been like kind of having writer's block.
Okay.
And I don't want to go back with the same material that I had, you know, because it's the same thing. It gets stale. You know, you want to at least have one or two new jokes, and you're gonna do your past material to fill the time, but you want to go and have fresh stuff, because then you go to the same spots and they already know your stuff. And personally, I want to grow. And if I don't have anything good, like, it doesn't show my growth, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty tough being a comedian.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a couple friends that they've done it. I know one guy, he's still doing it, and he does a lot in the Bay Area, a lot in San Francisco. But back in the day, he wasn't so funny, but he's funny now.
Well, you don't necessarily have to be funny. Because comedy is subjective.
You're right.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
So what's funny to you might not be funny to me. You just gotta be clever. You know, in my opinion, you just gotta be clever with this, the way you say things. It's all about wording. Comedy's all about wording. You know, one word will make a huge difference. A person's name, Maria and Juanita, will make a difference. You know, a world difference.
For sure.
You know? So you just gotta. That's kind of like one of the big tricks is switching up words, playing around with premises. You know, I come up with a lot of premises, and the thing is, digging. You know, keep digging. And you generally want to perform. You want to go up on stage and perform, because you want that. You want, it's kind of like test it out. Like, if I say this, is this funny? Or people think it's funny? What about if I say this instead? Is this gonna be better?
Right.
But like personally, like I said, like I haven't had anything new, so I don't want to go back up with the same stuff I had that I've been having for like the past 4 years. And you know, I at least want to go up with one new joke, you know, and just to test it out, you know. But I mean, am I gonna keep doing it? I want to,
right?
But when you know, when I come up with something good, better.
I watched the podcast you were on, Straight Faded, the episode 10.
Yeah.
And two things. Number one, I think you mentioned that Dave Chappelle was one of your influences.
He was one of the first people the first stand-up shows I saw in English, because I grew up in Mexico, so I was influenced with Spanish speaking comedy.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
And when I came here, you know, like one of my favorite channels was Comedy Central.
Yeah.
So I was just like religiously watching Comedy Central. Like, I didn't have cable, but whenever I would go to my aunt's house, my uncle's house, they had cable. So I would like, and then the Chappelle show, the Martin. I mean, what's it called? I think it's called Martin.
The Martin Show or something.
Yeah. Like all his characters. Like I have the desire to kind of act and do stuff like that too, but I'm too scared. Well, I'm not scared. It's just that I haven't really been given the opportunity to test it.
I mean, what if like it sounds silly, but because there's a lot of things out on YouTube, and you know, people, they say what you can do to practice for acting. I mean, have you looked up that, or maybe try to go to acting school, or take acting classes? I know it's the same thing, but
yeah, I wanted to join the what's it called? Citizen Brigade. UCB. Okay. It's in Hollywood. They do a lot of improv, but I mean, when I had the money, I didn't have the time. At that time, I was working graveyard, and now I have the time, but I don't have the money.
Yeah,
you know, it's all about money. You gotta pay to be able to get the classes and stuff, and then to be able to be showcased. You know, I started through. I took a college class about stand-up comedy, and the graduation was a show in San Pedro, and that was my showcase. You can see that video with my first time I'm doing stand-up. It's on my YouTube. I
noticed that your YouTube it only had like 5 videos or something.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
Yeah, like I was telling you when we started, I was experimenting with videos. Like one video is like really clear, and then another one's really grainy.
I know what you mean. I had that same issue when I first was getting into YouTube, and my mistake was I wasn't paying attention to like the frame rate and everything. So I was mixing different cameras, putting it all together. It was awful. And my friends would tell me, "Hey, bro, that shit looks funny." So I'm like, "Fuck," you know. It just
well, I was doing it with the camera from my laptop. It wasn't even And then I got a GoPro, and I tried it with the GoPro, and then I got a Canon, and I was doing it with the Canon. So it's just different cameras that I was like, you know what? And I was playing with it. I did want to eventually do have my podcast on YouTube, but it just it just took it out of me, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think you asked me earlier, like if I was gonna bring it back. Yes, I do want to bring it back. I've been recording episodes. They haven't been feeling like myself, so
Okay.
that's why for like the past year I've been recording. Like I've been trying to record. I've been sitting down, pressing play, speaking to the mic, and just I'm not happy with what I'm recording.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't posted anything. I do want to post something. Hopefully I'm gonna aim around the time that this show comes out. Like I'm gonna try to bring something out, but I'm also my wife wants to do a podcast with me.
Nice. Okay.
So right now we're figuring it out. We recorded one episode and it was garbage.
Oh, okay. Like you got to get them out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there was a lot of pausing. There was a lot of thinking.
Right.
And like I said, it wasn't what we wanted, or at least it wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
Since I have control of it,
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it out. And on top of that, my laptop isn't the greatest, you know. So I got to invest on the podcast on the
On the hardware.
yeah. So so that it's gonna realistically by the end of the year I'll have something.
Okay.
Possibly, hopefully I'll have something by the time this episode comes out, at least by myself. But she wants to come on, she wants to talk, she wants to like right now we've been going to church, you know. That's something that's brand new for us, and that inspired her. Yeah, that inspired her to
Pink lemonade.
that inspired her to want to talk more about her past and what she's going through personally and the business, you know. And because for me, I want to promote the business. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's take a little sip and then do it. Still tasting the alcohol, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
tripping,
fair.
right?
No, that's fair. No. It's I do mention that in my reviews. My sips, I get a little taste of the alcohol, and then I do my chugs, and it's a different taste.
A question.
Huh?
The more, the warmer it gets, are you able to taste the alcohol more? Does like the cold help it with like?
Probably, yeah, because these have been sitting out for a little while now, since probably just like 5-10 minutes before you came.
All right.
So
it's good. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you yet, but yeah. What else?
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where I get it. If you don't dig it,
I was like, should I not finish
You
it?
can grab another cup if you
No, I'm
want.
gonna finish it. Well, this is the same cup I was using it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask you that. What, like, what? Why bring the new cup? Like every time you take a drink of the same flavor, you want to use a new cup?
No, not a new cup. For the same can, a new cup for the different can. I don't want to mix the flavors, because then what if this one masks this one, and then all of a sudden it tastes better or whatever? You know what I mean?
All right.
So but I was just saying, if you wanted to grab a new cup after you put that one down, that's fine too. It's not a big deal.
I'm not gonna waste your cups.
It's all good. It's just
And it's the same one, so
yeah,
shouldn't make a difference. Yeah.
So then the Feelings podcast, tell us about that.
So the Feelings podcast came during the pandemic.
That's been on a break as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly my fault, to be honest. Like so the Feelings podcast was with my friend Ebony. She's a writer, a poet. Right now, check her out. Her channel, her IG.
Okay.
She does a lot of poetry. She does a lot of events. So go check her out. I'll
post her right here.
Okay. So how she came on my show to promote her book.
Okay. Did you read her book?
I mean, I love her book.
Okay, nice.
I can't recommend her book enough.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm an only child, so it's called Dear Big Brother.
I'll put it right here too.
Okay, yes. So that so she talks about her relationship with her big brother, and if you have a sibling, and especially if you're older brother, you'll appreciate it, you know. And if you have kids, I suggest it's a great bedtime book. But it touched me, and I'm an only child, like I said. So I was like, man, this this is powerful for me to feel something, and I'm only child. Like this has legs. And I told you know what, look, when we had our episode, I really enjoyed our time, and I thought we had good chemistry. I told her, look, nothing's going on. It was during the pandemic, so what about we talk about how we're feeling? You know, like we're both cancers, and she's into astrology. I just go along with it because I mean that's what they say.
Yeah.
But I really liked her company. I really liked her what she had to say. So it's like, well, let's try it out. We're not doing anything, and she agreed. So we talk about different things. We talk about how we feel about past relationships, how we feel about relationships themselves, like not growing up, when we think about having kids, like our perspective, like from a guy's perspective and a girl's perspective, and in our age, you know, how we feel at this point of time. So like I said, like it's for the and then as life kept going on, the pandemic stopped. She got a job. I started getting busy. She started getting busy. She started focusing more on her poetry. And our times, like I said before, we were stuck at home. We could like meet up, you know, and everything was done through Zoom. And then in the beginning, Zoom was free, completely free,
right,
as long as you wanted. As time kept going, they were only giving you 20 minutes.
Yeah. Then the CEO, he fired what, 90% of the people or some shit.
I don't know the politics. I just know that.
Remember, like he took all the cash and was like, bye. But go ahead.
So it went from an hour, and as you could tell, I like to talk, to now we have to talk about everything in 20 minutes to catch up on our week, talk about stuff we recommended, the topic itself, you know. And I didn't like it. Like I personally didn't like that because I like to talk and I like her, you know. And and I wanted to get her perspective, but since I talked a lot, she couldn't really get her stuff out because of me. But so like I said, we got busy, so we put that on hold. It's funny because we recorded one episode. We recorded in the beginning of the year, and that's when my laptop broke. So we recorded a whole episode. We spent like an hour or something, and I went to save it, and it deleted it. Everything. Oh no. So you guys could have had another episode for us, but man, my laptop, that's when I found out.
I understand though, like software can, you know, even just the wrong button, man, it just
so
it's brutal.
So that happened, and then since then we haven't planned it out because since I'm the one that has all the files and stuff, there's really nothing we could do, and I don't want to do it through Zoom anymore because of I like this having somebody in front of me. You're able to like to
drink a couple beers, hang out. There's no pressure.
To me, it's more personal. You know?
Of course.
And then through Zoom, it's not as personal. It buffers your wait. You gotta wait. You know, there's a lot more stuff going on. So, we'll pick that up eventually.
Good,
it's just, I mean, help us with the business, and hopefully I get a little extra cash. And able to get a laptop soon.
Yeah, anytime you guys are having a pop-up, a sale, send it to me. I'll promote it on my personal page. On, I know the page is small right now, the Instagram, but I'll promote it. And as much as I can, I may even be able to ask other guys to, hey, other previous guests, hey, you guys mind promoting this?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm sure some of them will. You know, everyone seems to be pretty friendly, pretty outgoing and understanding, and they want to help each other out.
Yeah. I mean, I would appreciate that, but
all I can do is ask, and you know,
I mean, that's all we could do, man.
Right.
We can't do much than that. We could just extend our hand and hope that they reach back. You know. Yeah, but that's what happened. You know, the Feelings podcast. I really enjoyed it. I thought people enjoyed it too. And the Let Me Know podcast, I enjoyed the fact that I felt like I was helping people.
Yeah, I heard that in your Straight Faded interview, and that's cool because, you know, with podcasts and stuff like that, sometimes people put it on while they're working in the backyard, they're doing stuff, driving, and for you to connect with someone from a different state or someone you don't even know, that's pretty awesome. You know, you're helping them out deal with whatever they're dealing with, and you know, personal level, they're feeling very close to you. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, that's,
to me, it's a mutual thing. Like we're helping each other. You know, it's my platform, so you're helping way more than I'm helping you. But I try my best to spread the word. I try to recommend people as much as I can. And when there's like an event or there's like right now with Ebony, you know,
Right.
like I recommend her book all the time. You know, she just wrote another book. I recommend that to people. Like Illy Smokes music, you know,
Yeah.
I recommend his music wherever whenever I get a chance. I try my best to promote people because I'm grateful, because without guests my podcast wouldn't be
Right.
anywhere, you know.
Yeah, slowly my channel is kind of morphing to
Yeah.
podcast, and it's fantastic. I didn't expect that. And it's funny because my wife gives me a hard time. She's like, "You're not a podcaster,"
Yeah.
and it's like, "You're right. That wasn't the point." But it just leaned that way, and like I said, it all started with me saying, "Hey, I'm probably crazy with my reviews. I need someone else to review it." And
I mean, you're whatever you want to be, dude.
right.
Yeah, you're not. I consider myself a person that likes to talk to people more than a podcaster.
Okay.
You know, hey, that's how I view. I bet people view me differently, but that's how I see myself. I just like to talk to people.
Right.
I like to have conversations, get to know people, pick their brain. I'm a chismoso kind of like. I like to be in people's business, so the podcast is just an excuse to ask questions. You know,
Right.
like, why did you do this? Why did you think of that? You know, why were you here? Why were you there?
Right.
You know, I just like doing that.
Well, this next one, strawberry lemonade.
Okay.
So, you're from Wilmington, grew up in Wilmington,
Yeah.
and then now you stay in Pedro, right?
Yeah, we just moved to Pedro, I think, in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I've been to San Pedro a couple times. One time I was mistaken as a Pedro boy. That's what. Anyways, my buddy, he's from San Pedro, grew up there, all this and that. Met this other guy.
Sip.
He also tastes better, right?
Way better.
That's good. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Another guy, he was from San Pedro, and I was just hanging out, just absorbing what they're saying. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just, yeah, bros. And he's like, the one other guy, we just met him. He's like, fuck yeah, us Pedro boys. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, I'm gonna just go with it. Like, my buddy Mike, he was just laughing, like, and I'm like, whatever, man. You know, why stop a good time? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Pedro people and Wilmington people are definitely different.
Yeah.
Just the way they dress alone, you can tell with somebody like they wear tighter shorts and a little higher.
It's a beach town.
Yeah, their hats are mostly like bent forward, like the lids. And their clothes are a little tighter. You know, Wilmington people kind of wear more baggy stuff.
Right.
You know, but I mean, let's not typecast each other. But that's how they look.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Yeah. Since I've been back in California, I mainly lived in Long Beach.
Okay.
And I was there roughly 7 years. I enjoyed it because it was a small beach town, but it was still kind of like a big small beach town. I had a good time. It was cool. I'm here in Carson because my wife is from Carson, and that's
Hopefully the mic didn't catch that burp.
if it did, it did.
I didn't mean
it's only
it.
one second.
I didn't mean it. I
You'll be you'll be surprised. It was probably like 1 second, and
Yeah.
they probably didn't even catch it.
Yeah. Okay.
These headphones and the whole system picks up more than what that does.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
All right. Yeah, I like to promote Wilmington as much as I can.
That's cool. It's awesome.
I'm grateful for, like, my experiences weren't the greatest, like 100%, but who is it? I mean, whose
is
you
right?
know?
Nobody's is 100.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but I love that town. You know, I grew up there. It made me who I am. It made me appreciate the town, the people. There's a lot of talent. You know, it's Wilmington isn't really known. It's just known for being
Just like the harbor city, close to the.
but you don't really know it. For it to be like in the middle of everything, you know, it's in the middle of the refineries,
Right.
the port. You don't really know it. You know either San Pedro, Long Beach, maybe Carson, but Wilmington is
No, you don't know Carson. Like, no, I mean, I didn't know about Carson until pretty much met my wife.
okay.
That's just being honest. I love Carson.
Yeah,
It's calm. It's real calm.
yeah,
But
but
like,
but you don't really know it. And then my hopes was to. I mean, originally that's what kind of started the podcast. It was selfish because I wanted to promote myself.
No, it's not selfish. It's, you're being who you want to be, not in a negative way, but you want to get out there. You want to express your feelings. You want to talk, and like you said, you can be whatever you want to be. And
but I noticed that a lot of people that I went to school with, they were like opening up businesses, or they were getting into the arts, music, painting, poetry, and I was like, man, like it's a shame that not people don't know about it. They're known for like being like a port town, or having like a lot of high gang
crime rate and all
crime
that,
rate and or cancer, like high rate of cancer, but they don't even know the people. So I was like, well, hopefully I could feel like I tried my best with that with most episodes, because I don't just feature people in Wilmington,
right?
But for the most part, when I do, I hope that I feature them in a positive light, and I hope that I change people's mind. If they had a negative perspective what the city was, I hope that I tried my best to promote and then highlight the people that are actually doing stuff in the community or improving the community.
My last guest, EJ, shout out to him, because he did say there's a lot of talent in Wilmington. He said there's a lot of talent there, and I agree. I met you, Illy, and through him I met Peru, and it's just it's going everything. It's a snowball effect. And one thing I noticed is I work out at a gym in Wilmington. It's the border of Wilmington, Carson, but that's been some of the most nicest people in the gym. The number 2 is the YMCA in Long Beach by Long Beach State. But this one, for being the type of gym it is, and it being like a public gym, and a lot of people have good gym etiquette. A lot of people are very nice, and I'm talking about 5 a.m. People aren't nice, but those people are nice and are willing to talk. And it's cool seeing people primarily from Wilmington, just being really nice people, and that you do see a lot of crime rate and stuff like that on the news, but it's like it's not these people. I know it's not majority of people. I just you got a few things that happen here and there, and it paints everyone in a bad light.
Well, I think it's because of the size of the city,
right?
Like Long Beach, they have the same. In my opinion, it's probably the same amount of crime.
Here's some wild stuff that happens in Long Beach. It's
but the difference is the size of it. They also have a lot of positivity coming out. But because Wilmington is much smaller, you hear about the crime and not as much as about the positive side of it.
Right.
So like I said, my hope was to promote and highlight the city in a positive way, and hopefully, I don't want people to come to the city because it's not a tourist city.
Right.
There's really not much you could do, but at least I want to change the way they think about it. Like, okay, there's like anywhere there's bad things, but at the same time, it's not a bad city.
It's not as bad as it's painted out to be. It's I think it's a calm, typical American town. It's small. It's caught in between a lot of refineries of port and a lot of industrial, and then just the crime, it gets blown up all over the news. And
but check it out. Come go to Montoya's. I don't know if it's open anymore. Get yourself a burrito.
Okay, there you go. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear like hole in the wall spots that you recommend.
And then I love ice cream.
Okay.
So go to Foster Freeze, even though there's one here in Carson.
There's one in Carson. I take my daughter all the time.
Go to Wilmington one too. They're nice. They're nice. I don't know. I don't know what. If you have any questions, ask. All I can say.
You having any final thoughts, shout outs?
Man, there's so much more I want to talk to you about, man. There's like I don't know. Shout out.
Well, you know what? If you want to talk more, let's do it on your podcast.
I'm down, dude.
Let's do it.
The problem is I don't have a laptop to do it in.
We can use my stuff. We'll just put it on your page. I don't care.
Hey, if you're willing to do the work, I'm down to do it.
I'll do it.
All I gotta do is show up and send me the files. I'm down. I'm down. But I appreciate this. As far as advice or stuff, my advice to you is write down what your goal is for this show, because a lot of people are gonna come along and they're gonna tell you what your show should be.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this is yours. Nobody could tell you what this should be.
Right.
You know? So I'm saying to write it down. That way you can remind yourself. Because I'm just telling you because of my side of the story. I get depression. You know, that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing the show. And if you listen to the last episode, that's the one thing that keeps me wanting to do the podcast again. The way that 5-year anniversary episode, on the whole episode,
right?
I was talking about suicide. I was bitter. You know, I was going through a lot of stuff at the time, personal, you know, with my job, and I was just fed up with life. And at that point, I was just like, I feel that I wasn't being appreciated, because, like, to be honest, you don't know all the work that goes with just putting out the episode itself.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. It's definitely a labor of love. And if I've had friends, and I don't like this, I don't like these sayings, but I've had friends ask me, but do you like it? Do you like what you're doing? Or another phrase I've heard before is, with my my old YouTube, when we stopped it, it was like, oh, okay, you guys are done with that. Kind of like, you're ready to be like the rest of us. And it's not that I'm not like anyone else, but it was kind of like, you've been doubting me since the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
You know, and that actually, that's what's keeping me going. Because there's plenty of days where I'm like, what am I doing chugging this beer? Right? But then somebody comes up to me and they're like, hey bro, you know, I appreciate this episode. And like, hey man, you know, and you see it in their eyes, they're being genuine. And then I'll get a message every now and then from like the last person I expect. Bro, I'm really motivated, I want to start my own podcast. I'm like, whoa, I haven't talked to you in years. Well, here's some links about some stuff from Amazon you can buy. Like, this is the best thing you can get for your price, you know. So that those few fans that, you know, they keep me going.
Yeah, but I mean, that's good. That's good to have that, you know, to have like that fire under you. But to be honest with you, there's gonna be a time where that's not gonna be enough. And you gotta remind yourself what you're doing it for, you know. Like I said, like my inspiration was to promote Wilmington, to promote the people, promote myself. But then at some point, there's only so many people you could bring on your podcast.
Right.
That there was a point when especially when the pandemic happened, where it was on me. Like, I wasn't getting any guests. People were canceling on me, and I had to find a way to keep the show going if I wanted to. And that's when I came up with the solo bolos. And the solo bolos were basically me sitting down by myself with my thoughts. And, you know, I was trying to do what was it called? Like, not mantras, but like when affirmations. I was trying to do affirmations. I was trying to do a lot of positive things because I was feeling negative. And it was my hope to like get out of it, you know. And like I said, the last episode keeps like running through my head about,
it haunts you, huh?
Yeah, how I came out as bitter. It wasn't even a celebration. It was meant to be a celebration thing. And to me, when I hear it, I hear the bitterness. They're like, why aren't you supporting me more? Why aren't, like, you don't understand how hard I'm trying to push this. Like I could end it, you know. I could end it at any point. And then I did, you know. I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. There was a point where I knew I was doing something because the people that I was bringing on was helping me see that that when it came to me not having the person in front of me, I wasn't feeling like I was doing anything to improve. It just felt like I'm just doing it for myself. And then, but how come you guys aren't listening more? How come you're not recommending me more? How come you're not like giving me reviews? How come, like, it just started being like bitterness on top of bitterness that I needed to stop. That's when I came to the conclusion that, like, you know what, Angel, you can't be doing this. You gotta stop, because people aren't gonna listen to you. You know, maybe that's the reason why they're not supporting you, because you're not coming out as genuine, because you're not coming out as what you wanted to in the beginning, which was being helpful. Like, you're not doing that anymore. You know, as much as you want to spread positivity, your words aren't reflecting that anymore. so you need to stop. So like I said, I took a year off, and then that year became 2 years by accident. And then right now I'm on my second year. May 25th was officially the year, so like a couple weeks ago, a month ago. And I've been trying to come back. It wasn't like I said, it was accidental because of my equipment, but in my head I meant it. Like, I'm only gonna take a year off. Like, originally it was just a year that I was gonna take off, and then somehow I ended up 2. And I'm like, no, like, you need to go back. Like, every day I've been having that desire to go back.
Yeah,
it's just I'm not financially there to do it, you know. And I've kind of been focusing more on the business side of our LemeEat. That I'm like, you know what, give it time to breathe and focus on this for now. Hopefully that will help you once you're ready to go back, or once everything's set out for you to actually come back on your show. You have I feel like I have a more positive view on life and of the show, that, you know, I could come back and people hopefully appreciate it. And if they don't, then you know what, I might have to take another break.
Yeah, you have to take a lunch, not another break. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll find out once we cross the bridge. We'll find out. But as of right now, I feel way better about the podcast. I do want to go back and redeem myself. You know, I don't like the way that I ended it. So I'll definitely do one more episode. I promise one more episode. As far as that, I don't know. But 2 episodes, if you're gonna produce it, if you're gonna come on, and all I have to do is ask you questions, that's perfect. I'll at least have you on, and you'll be my last guest, or you'll be my first, and you know, I'll go on from there. But I don't know, man. Just for you, that my advice is, just remember what you're doing it for. And like, for me, was once it stopped becoming fun, I told myself I was gonna stop.
Gotcha.
So if it stops becoming work, then that should be a sign for you. You know, if you're getting frustrated, if you're getting tired of it, take a break. You know, you need it. We all need that break, you know. And consistency is key to this, to grow your stuff, you know. Because if people can't find you, they won't listen to you anymore. Right. You know. So have that consistency. Remember what you're doing it for. And, you know, enjoy yourself while you're doing it. You know, have fun, because people, you might not be able to, like, sometimes you're like, oh, people can't tell, but people could tell.
Oh yeah, they can read it. That's part of it. I've learned that. And I've seen several talk show hosts talk about it. I think there's I forget his name. Maybe it was Conan O'Brien, but he was talking about, somebody had mentioned, oh, this isn't going well during his show, and he was like, oh, because the crowd could feel it and all that. So I mean, it's almost the same thing, but I don't like to edit anything. So you guys know I like to go straight shot, boom.
For me, I like editing. I
like it raw. You know what I'm saying? Right now, my cell phone, no case. I'm raw dogging life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I like safety nets. I like safety nets.
I got 2 kids, so you can tell I don't.
Yeah, I don't have kids, so maybe you can tell I do.
Yeah.
I don't know, any other questions that you got for me? I'm happy, you know. Like I said, I want to.
What's your final lineup? Your lineup.
I'm gonna have to say,
give us your lineup. Tell us which ones suck and which ones you recommend.
What was the last one we just had?
This one,
strawberry.
That was good. My opinion always changes when I do the final reviews, because it's like I get a second taste and I'm like, ooh.
So I wish that I would have saved a little bit right now. Hopefully.
And I don't have any extra either. That's
okay. Well, yeah. I got like 1 drop, but I'm gonna say strawberry lemonade is my favorite, the best one.
Right.
Mango, just because I get to say mango. But mango was my like second. And see, it's hard because for pink lemonade, I was able just to taste all of the alcohol.
So that's last then. That sounds like last.
But yeah, I guess lemonade was the one that you could still taste the alcohol, but the sweetness and the lemoniness came out. You know, on the strawberry lemonade one, it was just straight up alcohol with a little hint of pink lemonade.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, strawberry lemonade first, mango lemonade second, lemonade and pink lemonade. I'm gonna, yeah, lemonade third, and then fourth pink lemonade.
Nice. Well, you know what? Since you mentioned she wants to be on a podcast, if your wife wants to be on a podcast talking about just LemeEat,
I mean, I'll run it by her, but
run it by her.
you don't understand.
This is the thing, though.
Okay.
She's got to drink.
Yeah.
But I can do a special for her if like she has certain things where she will not drink or whatever. There's pre-made kits where you can buy where you can make drinks. So ready to make kits from Village Liquor in Carson.
Okay.
And
well, I'm only saying,
run it by her.
I don't know. I'll run it by her.
We can promote her business and she can talk about it.
The thing is, you don't understand how hard was it just for me to convince her to be with me on the show.
Would you say it was your idea or was it her idea to be on the podcast?
It's always been my idea. And she came around to it just recently, like about 2 months ago. So I'll run it by her. She'll watch this. I'll make her watch. We'll watch it together.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, I'll tell her. As far as alcohol, maybe I would think wine is her thing.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but
wine can be kind of rough. But hey, we can do a taste testing of wine. I don't know if you heard of that Joshua wine. They make shirts of it now. I'm gonna be joshed up. It's a joke. Like Joshua wine is like that new wine that's being sold at like 7-Elevens and shit or at Walmart. It's silly, but you know, it doesn't matter. It'd be her choice.
My girl's vegetarian. The way that they strain the wine is
with beet?
It's with cow. I think sheep instant.
Okay.
So she can't have just any wine.
Oh, it's specific. Okay. Well, we can try specific. It'll be new to me.
I don't know.
Well, because this channel is not just limited to beers. You know, I do have a plan for the liquor side too. That one just I gotta be more sensitive with it because I don't want to black out or I don't want to get too fucked up. Doing a review. You know, let's be real. You know, I gotta be careful.
Well, so I'm not gonna speak for her. I'll run it by her and. Yeah, I'll let her make her choice, and then I'll pass it along to you.
Okay. Any final shout-outs?
Shout out to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Keep doing this thing, man. It has legs. Enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Remember what you're doing it for, and who you're doing it for. If you're doing it for somebody. Shout out everybody that's been on my podcast, the LeMeknow podcast. Shout out to everybody that's tried our products at LemeEat. We genuinely appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate your guys' support on my podcast. That's the thing that was fueling us, and support him, and keep coming on, like and subscribe to his channel. Share it. The more you do, the better for us, you know, as
content creators.
Content creators,
podcasters, you know, whatever.
Because it fuels us, you know, it makes us think that or feel like we're doing something, you know. Your guys are the only ones that we're doing it for. We might not know you guys personally, but knowing that there's somebody in the back enjoying our product fuels us to keep doing that next episode, you know. So
kind of like Waterboy, where the guy's like, you can do it. You're the guy in the back, I'm like, fuck yeah.
So I mean, keep doing your thing. Enjoy his product, like and subscribe, do as much as you can, and help us grow, you know. And do something you like for yourself too. Take time, think of what you like, and go ahead and do it. So that's about it.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tune in, sit down, it's time for the Brohams brews to shine. Sip it slow and take a seat. Join the chat, life's bittersweet.